Hey everybody, so last year I bought an 81 Ironhead Roadster, basically the same bike as the XLS, but the Roadster had a 2-inch longer fork on it. Came with mid controls and I wanted to add forward controls. The only ones on the market that would bolt up were made by Daniel Boone. You could get them off I ordered them from Dennis Kurt, and I liked them. They're really nice quality forward controls, but they were too far forward for me, and the position of the shifter and the brake were they were in a spot where I really couldn't get my feet in the center of the pegs. So I was going to make some mods on them, and it turned out the modification was way easier than I thought it would be. So I thought I'd put a video together so you could see what I did, because I'm sure somebody else is going to have the same problem. If you're not familiar with, let me flip this around. Oh, it won't let me now. I was going to say, if you're not familiar with the 81 Sportsters or Ironheads, there was a couple of years there. I think it might have been like 79 to 82 maybe, that they, like, a lot of stuff didn't bolt across. So you had a bunch of years there, like most all the way through the 70s, where anything would bolt on any of those bikes. But so anyway, what you got, I'm gonna flip this around. I'll be right back. All right, so what you got here on this side, originally, you can see I got all this hanging out here. I didn't cut that off yet. Originally, your shifter arm and mechanism right here bolted up down here in this lower hole. What I did, and then this peg was up here in this top hole. So both of those were moved way up and way forward. And the shifter peg itself was way too close to the peg. It was sitting about right there above the peg to where I couldn't even get my toe in between it. So what I did was I drilled this hole out here and moved the peg to that hole. That normally just had I want to say a 5/8 or that was a 1/2 inch bolt that was just to hold that plate to the bracket here. So drilled that out, moved the peg there. Then I drilled this other hole out. This was another 1/2 inch bolt that just held that plate to the bracket, the frame bracket. So I drilled that out and moved the shifter there. That gives me just enough room once everything, this rod is shortened up. Also pulled this lever arm off here and moved it back a couple of splines. I just took it down the road and it shifts great. So I can get into first. I got enough clearance right there in between the two to get into first. Shifts up into all the gears just like I want it to. The next thing I'll do is move this shifter down just a little closer. I don't need it obviously that high. Once that's done, this will get cut off above the shifter, and then my next move is going to be to cut this off right here. So if you go around to the brake side, over here, kind of the same thing. I haven't mounted the brake pedal itself yet because I've got to cut this off. This is going to be in the way. So I drilled this hole and then didn't end up using it. Originally, the foot peg was here and the brake pedal was there. Same thing, it only gave me like maybe 2 inches between them to where I couldn't really get my foot in the center of my arch on the foot peg here. I had to kind of just use the outside of the peg because the brake pedal was in the way. So this worked good without changing anything except drilling holes. So same thing as on the other side. I drilled that hole out and replaced it with the peg, and then went through here and drilled a hole through this brake arm, I guess is what you call that. I'm not sure. I don't have everything tightened up yet because I just was test driving it. And then that works perfect for the brake pedal. And then if you look at it down here, kind of off to the side. It's down low enough and forward enough that my arch can sit here and my toe just barely touches that. So it's just a little pressure down, I got brake. So that worked perfect. So the next thing I got to do is come back and cut this off, same as the other side, and then up above here, cut that off right there. So really easy way to modify these Daniel Boone forward controls. Like I said, other than the fact that where they were positioned was a little too long and I didn't like where the pegs were, they bolted up really nice. They give you this master cylinder, replaces the one that come on the bike, which is here. And then they give you an adapter right there so you can go male to male on your compression fitting. And then you just have that line that's tucked up under the bike and attaches at the new master cylinder. It worked great, went on really fast. I got no complaints there, and I especially like that they're so easy to modify. I got exactly what I wanted. So anyway, hopefully that helps, because somebody else is probably having the same struggle. Good luck.